Juan.
Hey, Juan here. So today, Juan and friends.
What's up?
Went to a Las Vegas regional. That's horrible. We're not gonna do that anymore.
We went to the Las Vegas.
Went to Las Vegas regional. Played 4 out of 8 rounds. Left because, well, we were just there to fuck around, honestly. And I played something that it's 60 card trash engine.
Accurate.
I mean, it didn't do bad. I ended up X2 after my record, but that was because I gave a win to somebody who was crying about time. So, yeah. Anyway, it's got like 10 engines in one, so let's get this 10 engine banging on all cylinders. I'm not going to give massive explanations on everything. I'll tell you what the card is, and we'll speed through because it is a 60 card deck. So let's get into it. All right, so we got first engine, 3 super agent. You need him to play spirals. All the one-ofs. So last resort, master plan, quick fix, sleeper, drones. All the ones that are either limited to 1 or you only play at 1, but they recycle. So that's the whole purpose of it. Basically, your end board is you want to get sleeper onto the field, and the spirals help with hyperlinking. Next, we have the dangers: Mothman, Jackalope, Nessie, and 1 Tsuchinoko. Mothman is the best one in this one variant because you want to discard your cards. You want to cycle through the deck as much as possible, and then these two feed into this. Feeds into this. This will feed into this, but Nessie is the second most important one because of your extra deck. Then you have Orcust because when in doubt, just Orcust combo. That was when in doubt, whip it out. The whole purpose of the deck, like just not having a dead hand and everything, eventually led to this. And this deck is, or this engine is very good at maintaining boards. Next engine for monsters, we have Tenyi. So I will talk about these because they're really good. Haven't seen them a lot in meta profiles or just in profiles in general. So this guy, you can summon him if you don't control any effect monsters. And when he's in the graveyard, you control a non-effect monster, you can banish it to bounce a card on your opponent's field. And this card has the same summoning condition, but when he's in the graveyard, you can cycle one of your banished Tenyi monsters. And so it keeps the engine going. This is a tuner, this is a non-tuner. Wasn't important in today's games because I don't have any synchros, but it could be relevant later on. And then the last 2 cards are 1-card starters. Grepher, Armageddonite, they're both at 1 for a reason. They put dark things in the graveyard. They make things go bump in the night.
What kind of dark things?
Next, multiple engines. So we have a Sky Striker package. 3 engage because it's the best 3 card. Eagle Booster because it protects anything in your extra monster zone. Hornet Drones because it's important. And 2 Widow Anchor. So these were the most efficient ones for going first or going second. This was full Orcust combo if you open it. This is full Orcust combo if you open it. Defense, and it allows you to push 2 things, and this just protects your stuff. So that was the whole purpose of it. Vassal of the Dragon Cycle. So this card is a Tenyi card. It foolishes a Tenyi into your graveyard, so you can get the dark one in the graveyard immediately and bounce something back. But also, if you control a non-effect monster, then you can add a Tenyi from your deck to your hand. So it's a 2-for-1 basically, and it just helps you start cycling. So that's important. Gives you a monster. Where are though? I don't know why I put these in here. Because I wasn't playing any of the other cards that you combo off with it, so every time I drew it, it was dead. Every game 2 and 3, I sided it out because I didn't put the other cards I needed to play with it. So it was just my 57th or 8th, 9th, and 60th card. Twin Twister, back row destruction. I hate your Draco.
Big mood.
You know who you are.
Foolish Burial Goods combos well with Orcust and with the Spiral side. We have Called by the Grave, hand traps. Don't like them, don't want them to go through. We have a lot of one-ofs. So, Foolish Burial, Big Red, Researchable Monster Reborn, Assault, Special Summon Spiral from hand. That's good. That's good, it's at 1. That's really good, it's at 1. That's really good at 1. This is a 1-card full combo, and that searches things. So, basically, all these cards can help anything in the deck. Get you to your tenyi monster, spiral monster, get you to your 1-card starter, spiral, searches both field spells, multiple monster reborns, so on and so forth. And then for the traps, we played 2 rescue, 2 impermanents, and 1 crescendo. Rescues for the recurrence and master plan, and permanences so you can turn things off if you have to go 2. And crescendo is good because you can either search or stop things, and advances too. So that was the main deck, 60 cards. Extra deck, we played Link Rebo. You need this in the extra deck because if you open Quick Fix by itself, it's a 1-card Orcust combo, so that's important. This is for the tenyi part. Mermaid Orcust combo. Kagari for the Sky Striker package. Barricade Board Blocker. This is important because it allows you to get a free discard. You only summon it to ever discard stuff out of your hand when you need stuff in the graveyard. Cerberus, just important for breaking things. The best link for Orcus, it helps you cycle things. Breaking back row, best link for Spiral, only link for Spiral. Help clear established boards if you're going second. Longrisu, this is really good if you're going second. It helps you break established boards, and it also gives you another target for Dingrisu. Soldier Link, this card, if you summon it with the level 7 against like Sky Striker, it should win you the game because they can't target it. Like it just becomes a problem for them. Griffin, discard, and Floodgate. Boral Sword. I was debating whether putting this in or Avamax, but this card just steals so many more games than Avamax does. And then Dingrisu for protection and rerunning. We'll go to side. So, Triple Lancia. I didn't use these once in my 4 matches. So, yeah. Sphere mode. Not once. 4 matches. So I played with a 9-card side deck. That's great. So Ghost Ogre, I use these in 3 out of the 4 matches. It hits things. Ash Blossom, I use these in every match when I sided them in. They're usually what I sided in for Wear Off Thou when I sided it out. Generic all-around destruction, plus it's a body, and you can put it on the field. And it's also level 7. That actually came up one time with the Blackluster Link. So that's good. And then last Twin Twister, so that we can blow out back row. So yeah, that's the deck profile. So.
And how do you think you did?
So round 1, I played against Rave Jesus Turbo, aka Herald of Perfection. That was a 2-1. He locked me out game 1. Game 2, I built a board he couldn't beat, and game 3, he bricked and I OTK'd him the next turn. Round 2, I played against Grinmaju. I got smacked for 12,000 in the first turn when he attacked me because I chose to go first.
Murder.
And I didn't know what he was playing. And game 2, he went first, and he flipped Macros Cosmos when I tried to start comboing. And in order to out his field, I lost all my advantage. So all he had to do was summon Grinmaju after that. Game 3, True Draco player. The match started off okay. He won game 1. I won game 2. Game 3, we were heading into time, and he started crying because he was claiming that I was slow playing when it was still my turn. I was checking my cards. I still passed the turn to him with a little over a minute left, and he wasn't declaring his phases properly, and he wasn't declaring what he was doing properly. And when I asked for a ruling on something, he tried to enter battle phase. And if he would have just let the judge come and rule, they would have given us a time extension. But instead, he decided to throw a fit about it when I had 2 witnesses to tell me or tell him that, and the judges, that I wasn't slow playing and I was correct and he didn't enter the battle phase. But I ended up giving him the win because I was only there to play. I wasn't there to make a big deal about it. And then game 4, I ended up playing him, and he got 2-0'd.
It was bad.
Scrub.
Hey, don't call me that.
So the purpose of the deck and why, literally, I just decided to throw a bunch of cards together in the morning. The purpose of the deck is to never have a dead hand, and I didn't at any point. Right. So I was able to make plays with every hand I had. So,
if there was one card you could change out of there, what would it be in the main board?
The main deck would be Where Art Thou, just because I don't have all the cards in there to combo with it. And that's in the extra deck and stuff like that. So I would take that out if it would stay as its current state and shuffle some other stuff around. I'd probably increase the orcust count, like Symbol Skeleton, and I'd add another of the dark tenyi monster because I feel like I need to have him at 3. Extra deck, I'd probably throw a Borreload Savage Dragon in, and I'd probably put in Borreload Savage Dragon and take out Cerberus, because Cerberus, I mean, I used him once, but it was more along the lines of if I knew I was going to need Phoenix later because I was playing a back row deck, I would use Cerberus to go into Orcust combo instead of Phoenix. And then the Blackluster Link was good. It didn't perform as well as Boral's Sword, and they both pretty much do the same thing. They can go in for a lot of damage, so I'd probably take him out too. But Borreload Savage Dragon would be something I consider, and probably another couple of Sky Striker links. So that would be something I have to work on. I don't think the side deck was incorrect. I think Sphere Mode and Lancia were correct. I didn't see it I didn't see the Lancia in my Grand Maju deck or match, so that wouldn't work. In Sphere Mode, I didn't play Thunder Dragon, so. But overall, I feel like it was solid for not knowing what the deck would do or not knowing what to do with it. So, but yeah, that's it.
Cool.
It was a good deck.
It was fun. I like 60 card decks. The fact that you never had a dead hand was good. You could play everything. Like you at least could get to the Orcust combo in the deck. So that was like the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is like you open full Spiral combo and Tenyi and like Orcust or Spiral combo plus Orcust and just establish a massive field, and then they couldn't break it. So
all right.
So
comment, like, subscribe.
stroke it.
Free.